Hello y'all, and welcome to Bourgeoisie Is Me YouTube channel. And today I'm going to go over the 2020 Pink and Main subscription box. So I'm going to go over really quick what comes in the box, and then I'm going to put together a few cards. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to show you is the cute little bag that comes in the subscription box. And this is like an 8x10 mesh bag. I'm not going to say it's waterproof because I can't testify in a court of law about that, but it is a really nice bag. I can't remember how much the subscription box is, but I just like being able to have something that I can actually use for something other than crafts. So in the bag, I want to go over the free gifts that I got. So the free gifts that were given in this box were the actual wood veneer hearts and gold glossy hearts. So this is just like a cute little gift just to say thank you for the subscription box. And y'all know how I feel about my free gifts. So thank you so much. I really enjoy that. They also give you a postcard to let you know some of the perks that you get with the actual subscription. Some subscriptions allow you to do it monthly, and you can do it however you want to do it. But with Pink and Main, they are requesting that you do at least 3 months in advance, and that's understandable. And as a subscriber, you will enjoy 15% off all purchases on Pink and Main, and every year on your subscription anniversary, you will get $25 to use on anything in the store. So you know I will be ready for that in 2021 because I love getting stuff off. I like points, anything like that. I am all about that. So you are able to get this when you actually do the subscription. Also with the subscription box, you also get what actually comes in the subscription box. So you have a 6x6 stamp set, paper pads, 6 sheets of assorted color cardstock, 2 sheets of 110-pound paper. You get 4 ice rink envelopes. You get an exclusive die, an inch flare button, exclusive stencil, exclusive sequins mix, and the, of course, 8x10 mesh project bag. So I have already started some of my cards in here. And so some of the stamps are already loved, so I don't want y'all to think it came like this. I also want to let you know that you also were able to get a pack of assorted ribbons. So I didn't say that, but that actually came in the actual subscription box as well. Now, when I'm crafting, I am very messy, and I have lost the actual envelope that this comes in. So one of the things that you got with this, and I hope you can see that really well, it is a stencil. Now the great thing about this stencil, you have dots, and you have stars, and you have hearts. So for this one, you can do, you know, Valentine's Day, I love you. The stars, you can do any type of congratulatory card, 4th of July, graduates. And the other one is just little dots that you can use for snow. So even though it's on one sheet, one stencil sheet, you are able to use this for a lot of different occasions. So I just want to point that out and how smart of an idea that was by Pink and Main to be able to put all these things on one stencil. Another thing that came in the actual kit was some nice, very bright, just awesome looking sequins. And when they said it's exclusive, they are right about that. Because when I look at this, and I'm trying to get a good angle for you, it is so much better than some of the dull ones I've gotten. And again, I don't want to throw Dollar Tree under the bus, but theirs is not nearly as sparkly and lively as Pink and Main sequins mix. And this is probably some of the best sequins mix I've seen in a long time. And you know, they're really nice, but when you see one that just really jumps out at you like this one, it is noticeable. You also get a Hello die set and a Hello stamp set. Now, as you can see, I've already loved this, and I'm gonna tell you, I think I've only had this subscription box like maybe a few days, maybe 3 or 4 days. And with this, you have like the outline of hello, hi, and hey, and you also have the dark background, and they also have the dies to go with it as well. There are some other sentiments down here, and it says buddy, friend there, a happy, and girlfriend. So you might want to say hey there, girlfriend, or hey friend, or let me see, happy buddy, not sure, but they have this on here. Another one that they have too is, this is a love die. So, and they have the hearts here. So I'm going to show you what this kind of looks like. So you're going to have the outline to it, and if y'all been watching my channel, I am new to outlines and like the shadow dies. So you have that here, and you're also able to cut out and have this be able to lay on top of it. So how pretty is that? So this is what comes in this actual die set here. And some of the cutouts here, which I'm going to use in a card, you'll have that piece, and you will have the inner part of it, and you will also have the outside of it. So you have all these pieces that are actually in this set. As far as the hey hello that I just showed you, I want to show you how that looks as well. So we have that, which is a nice little hello there, and this one is the one that's more of a solid color, and I think I have an hi there. So these are what the stamps and die cuts actually look like from these two sets here. So I did want to kind of give you an idea what they look like, because sometimes it's kind of hard to imagine when you're just looking at the pieces actually in the kit, but you don't know how they look in a card. Some other things that came in the kit are buttons. And I collect these. I have like little objects that I get from Cricut. I have some buttons, and of course we do like the enamel pins. But I did want to show you a happy hello, which is probably what that stamp set that I just couldn't get together has. And you also have a 1-inch love button as well. You also have a pack of enamel shapes, and I usually call these enamel dots, but Pink and May is correct, it's enamel shapes because you actually have hearts on this set as well. And you also have a pack of chipboard. And what I like about the chipboard and this stamp set is the fact that they coordinate so lovely. And let's not forget what I just showed you with those dies. So you also are able to do something that looks exactly like that. So not only do you have the chipboard, you also have the stamp that goes with that die set. And y'all want to hear something funny, y'all? I just figured that out. I did this together. But what I didn't do is I didn't even think about doing the stamp. So you actually have this. This right here matches with the button that you have. These trees, this stamp matches with the chipboard there, and even the cutouts from that die set, you have them here. So I love when a good set coordinates. Love it. So you have this as well. You also have a 6x6 paper pad, and with the paper pad it is double-sided, and you have all these beautiful colors, and of course they go on each side. And I know for me, I love double-sided, but then sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even know what side to even use. So that is all that comes in this set. And I just want you to know that it is a really nice set. I had a lot of fun putting some cards together with this. So And when I say I had a lot of fun, I had a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I did with some of the sets. Like right here, I put some Spectrum Noir glitter pen ink on this, and I also topped it off with some glossy accents. So these right here are they're kind of puffed up and they're very shiny. So I'm really excited about how that's going to look. I also use, other than the base of these cards, all the rest of these are done with scraps that I have. And I like to do videos that have craft scraps, because I don't want people to think that they have to always go out and just buy exactly what they see. A lot of times when I get subscription boxes, a lot of times I don't even use the paper that comes in, and a lot of times I use my own paper, because I want to use my own paper, because some of my paper is not as respectable as it should be. So I kind of hoard good cardstock. So I have like a little scrap container, and I use that a lot. So I don't want anybody to ever think that they can't make beautiful cards with just pieces of subscription boxes. If they, it depends on what your situation is. Sometimes you might can only buy the stamps or the die cuts in the set. So I always like to be able to do sets that, can be used with some of the things that you already have in your craft inventory. So these are some of the pieces that I have here, as well as some of the hello and hi parts. So we are just going to see how this goes down. So I did select some of the paper from the set, but I did use my card stock as far as my bases. Here, this is some of the card stock that I got from actually from Hero Arts, or Hero Arts bases. And right there, as you can see, I somehow messed this up, but guess what? I will be using that for one of the cards, and I'm just going to cover it up with the design. I'm also going to use this pattern as well as this pattern. And some of these are going to be really quick and easy, very simple cards. And of course, y'all know I'm going to be using y'all know I'm going to do a shaker card, so y'all hold on to your hats. So the first thing I want to start with is just doing like a simple one-layered card. Now here I already cut these down, and I get questions about how I measure. I eyeball everything, y'all. Like, I have the cardstock. This is just a standard 4.5 by 5 1/4, I guess. Just a simple card. And honestly, what I do is, because I bought the Hero Arts bases, I just measure it up to that and I cut it. I really don't pay that much attention to it, because I feel like if it goes into an envelope and it can fit, or you have an envelope maker, you can make cards however you want to, whatever size, whatever kind of design. If you want to make hearts or circles or anything like that, you are an independent crafter and you can do those things. And here I just use some of the double-sided here, and I haven't decided what color I'm going to do. I'm not going to do purple, because one of the other cards is going to be purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the double-sided, just really quick paper here, and I'm going to just put that down first, just so I'll know I'll have it on there. I don't like to kind of put tape on stuff after I've already done the first side of it, because I feel like it might cause havoc later on. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here. And I also want y'all to know that I try to put out videos every Monday, and y'all who have been watching me, I had some blurriness going on and it was driving me crazy. So I ended up buying a camera, and it took me a while to kind of figure out. I got some input from some of my craft friends on social media, and I actually called my niece, and I guess she does really nice pictures. So I actually called my niece and kind of asked her what she thought. So she gave me some ideas. So I ended up getting a camera. So I'm using this camera. This is my first video with this camera, so I at least wanted y'all to know that. So I'm kind of excited about this new camera. So anywho, So kind of work with me with some of my shortcomings, because I'm sure they will happen. So what I'm going to do is, because this is going to be my base, what I probably would have liked is if I actually had the base that actually matched this card to do the shadow. But such is life, I did not do that. So we're going to try to look at some colors that will complement this. And I think I like that. I like that background here. And instead of using this, I think I'm going to use the one card that I already kind of made a boo-boo on, because that I think will match better with the background. So again, you know, I had a plan in place, but now we're going with this. So I'm going to just go ahead and pop this up here and just kind of make like a simple card and put some quick little embellishments on it. And that's how we're going to do this first card here. So I'm going to go ahead and get some dots, and I know I got these dots from one of my Anna Griffin boxes, or one of her kits. And as y'all know, I know a lot of people are concerned about how the back of their card looks and things like that, and I am okay with that. I'm gonna tell y'all, I used to be like that, not so much anymore. So I just want y'all to know that people really do look at and appreciate your cards. They're not going to be like Inspector Gadget trying to figure out how you put these cards together. So I really try to use a lot of my leftover stuff just to kind of give me an idea what I have, possibly what I don't have, just to kind of really make some nice items. Because I'll tell you, if you actually go in here and you kind of see some of my stuff, they would be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing in your craft room? But I just want to put this right together and just do like, you know, a really simple card. And as y'all know, I like my stuff really kind of multi-dimensional. So I'm going to do this, and I'm also going to add some of the embellishments that came in the kit as well. So right now I'm at the end of my little waist on that. So now I'm just going to pop these up, because they're all the same. They're all the same dimension. So it's not like I'm cutting it off and it's 1 inch here and it's 2 inches here. They're all the same height, I guess I should say. So you're not going to really worry about your card being kind of lopsided or anything like that. So I am almost done here. And I'm just going to put a couple more on here just to make sure that they are nicely covered. And then I'm going to take this off. And if you haven't noticed, as I use this new camera, I have not figured out how to pause or anything. So you might have some good old stay tuned pregnant pauses during these videos. But I want to be able to do my videos and kind of learn, you know, what are some of the benefits from doing this, because by having a camera as opposed to my cell phone, because my cell phone was giving me the business when it came to putting some of my cards together and just doing these videos. It was awful. And I'm kind of clumsy when I craft and I'm knocking the table. It was bananas. It was pandemonium in my little craft area. So right here, I'm just going to kind of line this up where I want to have it. And I am going to put this down. I kind of want it to like a diagonal. I don't want it like straight across. I kind of want it to like a little quick diagonal there. And then as far as doing this on here, I am going to just put this through, I'm going to put this through a Xyron piece and just kind of press that down just to make sure that it has all the adhesive that I need it to have. on there, and I'm gonna pop that on top. And one thing I like about this is quick and dirty when it comes to adhesive. It's just really good. What I struggle with the Xyron is the fact that it can give you a lot of webbing. So I struggle with that a lot. But I have learned how to combat against the webbing with this. But this is how this has turned out here. So I do like that. But with the webbing, because I don't want to act as though that is not a serious issue in my life when I use this, I just kind of go around there and get some of the webbing out. That's what I do there. And the next thing that I do with it is I put some of the anti-static. Now y'all know I'm serious about my anti-static. But what the anti-static does here is the fact that it does not allow the adhesive to stick like to everything in your house, or you know, anything in the card. So what that does is that really takes away the tacky feel to it. So that way, once it's kind of secure, I can go back over it a little bit later, take some more of that webbing out, and have a perfect card. So what I'm going to do now is put some additional things in here. Now I've thought about some little different things, like should I do like hello love, but I just like the way that script is, and I feel like if I put that on there, it's gonna be too much, y'all, and I do not want that problem. So what I am going to do is I'm going to get some of this right here, because I have like this right here pops up, and I might do like some different colors just to kind of give it some additional feel to it. So I might do that there and have love there, and possibly put some of the embellishments on it. Now I do have some embellishments that I got from Stampin' Up, and I like them because they are glittery and they have different little sizes. So I might use that maybe for another card, but not for this one. I'm going to use some that actually came into the kit, and I think I might actually use some of the gold pieces on there, just on some spots. And I know I should have these things open, because I know these videos pick up all the wrapping paper and stuff as bananas. So I just got to kind of think about a place I want to have it. So I'm going to use like that big one right there, and just kind of have it at the bottom. And I think that I might just kind of leave it there, because y'all know me, I'm so heavy-handed, and then you look again and the card is a mess because I don't know when to, you know, stop. So I'm just going to leave this right here, because I really did want to make like just one simple card, and that be that. Because the next card I'm going to do is not going to be as simple, and this is something that I thought of in my mind, but I have not practiced it yet. Because a lot of times all the cards that I make on video, I actually do first before I do a video, because like I've said before, if I do it that way, I'd be doing an hour just to do one video. So I'm going to put this down here, and this is just a nice little simple love card. I love all that dimension that's in there. So that is card number 1. So the next card I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Love Die set, because I'm going to tell you, I had lots of fun just kind of cutting out those pieces. I'm probably going to put some more on social media, but for the video, I just want to do just a couple of cards and not have the video too long, because I'm working on that too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the shadow part of this, and I am going to put it on foam tape. And I am going to do this because I want to be able to do a shaker part that is just going to cover the part that that just has the actual shadow piece. So I don't want to make the whole card a shadow card. I just want to make just that one piece that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my Gemini Mini. Not my Gemini Mini, my Gemini Junior. And I have my little plates and stuff together. And for y'all who use the Geminis, I love my Geminis, and my Gemini plates take a beating. So if y'all have like any suggestions on how I can change my life, y'all let me know. But I want to be able to not only do that, but I'm also going to do it on another piece. And I want to tell you what's behind this one card, because I want to do this one card with the purple pieces here. So I have a lot of people, I have a few friends that actually went to this school called ECU, Eastern Carolina, and their mascot is the Pirates, and this is their actual university colors. So I want to be able to make like a little holiday Valentine's card that actually had those colors in it. So that's my thought behind that. So I just cut out the foam pieces for this, and I am going to stick it on here. Now, what I did previously, before I started the movie, well, video, I actually made some marks on the part of the card where I wanted to have this love piece on the actual card. And I did that just so I can have like an outline of what I need to have done. So I made like a few little marks on this so I'll know exactly where to put my things. So now I'm thinking this is it. I'm thinking this is it here, I hope. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and I'm going to run that through to Gemini as well. And that is going to be the part, that's going to be the shaker part. So it came out just like I needed it to come out on the paper here. So how nice is that? And the other pieces I will probably use for another video or another card, but I did want to let you know how great that turned out. And I'm taking off the actual paper to kind of stick it down, like the little sticky part that sticks it down so it doesn't move around in the machine. And I got that from Amazon. It was very inexpensive. You know how I feel about cheap, very inexpensive. So I know that we're going to have this here, but what I also did was I had these two pieces right here that I pulled out through it as well. So I'm going to pull this off, and I'm going to stick this on the back of it and just kind of make sure that it fits in correctly. So I definitely want to take out the inner piece, which I probably could use for something else, like another part that I want to stick up. So let me go ahead and get this out, and this is just going to be the raised part of my sticker. Now it looks a mess because I had to put two pieces together, but it will come together, y'all. So this piece right here is going to go here, and I'm just kind of putting it together. And what other pieces don't work, I am just going to take it off, and I'll just cut off the excess, because I know I'm going to have some excess on some other pieces. And this piece right here, I can or cannot keep, may or may not keep. I don't even think it matters. But I just want to stick it down here, and I'm pretty sure there probably was an easier way to do this, but I tell y'all, y'all do not want to see the method to my madness every time I do a card. Y'all do not want that in y'all life. And a lot of times when I actually do that, I like to make sure that I just have like the smaller adhesive foam. I know that a lot of people like to have theirs all in one piece. I don't like doing that. I like to have mine a little piecemeal, because I feel if I mess up something, at least I can go back and kind of correct it. And I feel like if you have a big old piece and you've already messed up that piece, you don't really have much way to go from there. So there, I have that right there. And we also have that little piece there. And again, I don't even think this little piece even matters, so I'm going to kind of tear that off, because I think that might cause more havoc than it needs to. So I have that here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to take some more of the adhesive and I'm going to put it around the back of it, just so it'll all kind of equal and be all together. And then in the end, I'm just going to cut off the excess of it. So right now I just have that piece in here, and yes, y'all, I know it look a hot mess. I know it does. But we are going to muscle through this. So I am going to take off some additional pieces here, just to make sure that the shaker card is of the same height, because you just can't put it here and be like, oh, okay, that's enough, and then the other top of your card will actually collapse. So you have to make sure that you have all your shaker pieces and things together so that the card will be uniform as far as like its thickness. So that has to be all around the card. Now, I know that I've mentioned this in other videos, and the reason why I am so serious about that is because I used to not think that that was important, and my cards were a train wreck, and I was like, oh, it's all busted in the middle and all kind of stuff like that, because I really just didn't think it through. So for some of you new card makers, take heed, y'all, take heed. I am here. I'm gonna be y'all fairy, y'all crafty godmother, and tell y'all, I have been there, y'all. You don't want that problem. So here we go here. So again, I have some of the pieces over the top, and that's fine, because what I'm going to do is I am just going to cut them off after I put this base on the card, so I won't have too many problems, because I do not want those problems at all. And before I forget, I'm going to put some of this anti-static on here. And I know y'all laughing. Y'all know I'm not going to forget. So I'm just going to put it over here, because I don't know which way I'm going to put the card. So I just make sure it's all in there. And I'm also going to need some adhesive to put on there as well, and with the not adhesive but acetate. And what I'm going to use with the acetate, as y'all know, I just randomly use pieces of acetate to kind of make my shaker cards. And with this one, I'm just cutting off one of the some bag I have in the room, and I just want to make sure it fits, and I will cut that off at the end too, because I always want to have too much as opposed to not enough. And I'm kind of laughing to myself, y'all, because I want to kind of cut down my videos. Let me tell you, I'm gonna have to start next time. It did not happen the way I wanted it to. So when I actually do this, okay, y'all, so I'm back. I had to regroup myself. So what I have just noticed is the fact that I did not do this correctly. I need to be hung out to dry, y'all. So what I realized is the fact that I did not put on my acetate prior to doing my adhesive. So I had to regroup and get my life together. I just want y'all to know I do not run my life how I do my crafts, but I'm going to get it together. And I love shaker cards, but I know for me, sometimes I can have a one-track mind, and talking to y'all and doing these cards is probably not my best forte. And I just wonder why people always do voiceovers. Nah, I see why. Because you really have to concentrate sometime to do these to do these cards. So we gonna do like some reverse something another here. So what I'm gonna do is, because I really don't have the luxury of doing a true shaker card, what I'm going to do is put or glue some of the pieces down on the actual card, just because I really don't have the option of going back and putting like true shakers in there, because they'll fall out and gosh knows what. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of these. Because the colors are yellow and purple, I'm going to kind of put this down here because I took off the adhesive off of some of it, but I still got some pieces here. So I'm just going to kind of see where it is, and I'm just going to try to put some of the pieces behind that. Hopefully I'll do that correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of eyeball this, and I'm like, okay, I can put like a little heart here. And when I put that on there, I might put like a little piece down here. And I'm just going to put like another piece someplace else. Because again, I wanted this to be a shaker card, but that is no longer an option for me. And I put that one a little bit too low. So like I said, those are no longer options for me. So now I'm trying to come back and regroup. And I am going to get, because this right here is kind of stuck in here, I got these from the Dollar Tree. It felt like it was like 15 in the pack, but I think it was actually like only 3. But these, they're just like really like, they're box cutters. And sometimes when I need to kind of pick something up like really quick and really smooth and really like legitimately like quick, this works. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down. And I'm also going to put some adhesive back here on some of these pieces too, that I already put the acetate on. So we gonna do us a special shaker card today. So there, I have that in there now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through the machine, and I'm just going to put it down there. Now what I have noticed is you're not even going to see that little heart over there. Let me see if I can lift it up. You're not even going to see that heart. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out because I'm not trying to give away none of my embellishments for nothing. So, but I will put some in the middle of some of the purple pieces. And I do like this. I'm pretty sure there are craft knives and stuff like that, but y'all know me, I'm doing this. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this through my Xyron again. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this through. And I'm just gonna make sure that this works out good, because I am going to redeem this card, y'all. Y'all have no idea. I'm going to make this work. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on top of that. So instead of making like a shaker card, I'm just making a card that has more like a peekaboo window, I guess. But this is how you somehow do stuff, and you have like I told y'all, I had a good idea in my mind, and then when it really came to fruition, it was not the same thing. So I have that here, and I'm just going to kind of put these in like little random areas, so I can do that kind of quick. And because the adhesive on the back of these stars are everything, this little knife is quite helpful. But I'm also going to see if it'll stick to one of my jewel pickers here, if I can get it off, because I think that might be a little bit easier. Hopefully, maybe not, but we'll see. And I don't think it's going to work for me. I'm going to go back to my little knife, because I hate to use this because dollar store or not, they're pretty sharp. So I'm not going to be one that's going to be doing this too much. But I'm just going to kind of put it some different places. Just to try to get it to move around. So right here, I'm going to put one more piece down here. I'm going to try not to get too heavy-handed with it, but I'm going to put one more piece down here. All right, y'all. So this is how it turned out. So even though I lost my mind midway, I actually think it turned out to be a really cute card. So I don't have my shaker piece, but I do have a little translucent mirror, translucent window here that you can kind of see through. So again, it's not what I had in mind, but I still absolutely love this card. And this will probably be one of my favorite cards just because of all the shenanigans I had to go through to make this happen. So the next card I'm going to do is going to be pretty similar to the first card that I did. I'm just going to put some pieces in here, and I want to be able to add like the Hello Love on here, because I want to be able to, you know, kind of add a lot of the components that came in the kit. So I think I'm going to do it like that, do like the Hello Love, and then I'm going to put some hearts on it. So I'm going to go ahead and send these through my Xyron sticker maker. I always know that. Oh, that was loud, y'all. I am so sorry. And I'm going to do this, but I'm also going to, you know me, I got to puff it up a little bit because I don't like, I try to make sure that my cards can be just a little bit more dimensional than just one dimension. So I'm going to make sure that that happens. And I want to do like a dark background just because I didn't want to have it all kind of blend in. So, and I also want to be able to use it just like a little puffed up piece too. So this right here is, I'm going to put this in first. And just try to have this sitting here to the side. I'm just going to put some regular tape on that. And then here, I'm going to do that. So I got all my pieces together. So the first piece I'm going to put down is like a dark, almost like a, it's not a slate gray, but it's a dark gray. And I always kind of like my stuff kind of to the side. And then I'm going to put like the actual foam. And I just use like regular craft foam. And I know I mentioned this in another video. I use the craft foam from Michael's. I do not use the one from Dollar Tree because it's so thin and it's, you know, I do not like to use the word cheap, but for me, it just was cheap. So that should tell y'all how I feel about that craft foam that they have there. And again, I'm not saying that everything that they have there is like garbage or anything like that. I'm definitely not saying that. But it is definitely a little bit less than the quality I want when I make a card. So that's where we are. I'll leave it at that. So I wanted to shadow it a little bit, but because the foam tape was kind of thick and it didn't give me the gray slate feel that I really wanted. But again, we're gonna work with it. And I wanted to use a color that at least resembled what was actually on the actual stripes. So this is what we have here. And I'm gonna put like the little hello there. So I don't know if I want to put it like to the side like that or straight across. I don't know. I think I like it straight across. That's unusual for me, but that's what I'm going to do with that one. So we have that one card. I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back, and then we will be done with this card. So I appreciate y'all going through this craft video with me. It was bananas, to say the least. And I just want to thank you always for watching, and those of you who subscribe, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. For those of you who have not subscribed, please consider it. I try to put out videos every Monday, but I am a single parent of 2 little boys, so sometimes it does not go the way I would like. Or sometimes I just do videos and it is shenanigans, and I just was like, you know what, I cannot put this out in the world looking like trash. So I really do try to put out, you know, at least halfway decent videos for where I am in this social media journey that I have. So again, please subscribe. And just give me 1 second and I will have this card together. And I'm gonna probably on Instagram, you can definitely follow me on Instagram as well, because most of the time what I put on there, I put a little bit more on Instagram. Like I'll make some more cards out of this kit, but I won't of course put it in the video. So you'll definitely be able to see some more cards that actually came from this kit, and I'll showcase it on Instagram. I'm still working on my website / blog. I'm still working on that, and as well as my Facebook page. I have a personal Facebook page, but I definitely want to do something to separate the two. And it's coming along, y'all. It's coming along. But I tell you, people who do this full time, it is definitely it's definitely a love that you have to have. I get it, because I love doing it too, but it is a beast sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down here. And voila, that is that card there. So I'm going to have this card. And of course we have the first card that I made. And we have this last one here. So, of course, I need to put this one in the front for the obvious reason. So, thank you so much for watching. And again, always stay bougie, my friends.